I'm a lot of breath, but how are you guys doing today? Oh. Alright, hello everyone, my name is Kyle Chung, and I'm one of the RAs for the Japanese Governors Academy. This dance that we just performed is titled A Blessing's a Gift for You. This song was created for the nephew of one of Japan's most famous video sharing sites, which is Nico Nico Goga, which is an onomatopoeia for smiling. This was created for his birthday for one of his nephews too, so this is kind of like a way to show that he loves everyone too. So I had the honor and privilege to teach this culture class with Miss Josephine Chow right over here. And looking at the lyrics, one of the lines says, "Kimi ni sachiare," which translates to "all the best happiness to you." And I hope that we provide your children with an immense amount of happiness so they can go out in the world and share with everyone. Arigatou gozaimasu.
All right, next we'd like to invite President Lindgren to the stage to get some words for us.
Morgan, thank you very much. It is a great pleasure to say good afternoon and welcome and congratulations to all of these students. What a great pleasure it is for me to be here to be a part of this celebrating your wonderful accomplishments from the past 3 weeks. Today is the capstone of your excellent work in the 2015 Virginia Governor's Japanese Academy. And we're delighted to have with us today the coordinator for all of the Governor's Academies throughout Virginia, Ms. Lisa Harris. Thank you for joining us today. I know that having visited with many of you students in the past few days that you have told me that your experience here has been life-changing, that these 3 weeks have gone by very quickly, and that you'll remember this experience for a very long time. The exciting activities, your challenging coursework, the great teachers and mentors who you had here, and perhaps most importantly, the friendships you have made here will, I know, positively impact you for the rest of your life. And we at Randolph-Macon College are proud to have been a part of this experience for you as well. You have been guided by a talented and dedicated group of teachers and mentors who have worked to have given you the greatest and most rich experience that you could possibly have, and I know they succeeded in that way as well. And I want to thank everyone who have planned and conducted this great program, and single out our director for her great leadership as well. And to recognize Professor Bart Natoli, who's with us, who oversaw both of the academies taking place this week at Randolph-Macon. You students, let me offer this observation and charge. You are a gifted and motivated and destined group, destined for great things in high school and in college, and then in your lives and careers beyond that. And I will tell you what I tell our graduates of Randolph-Macon on their commencement day. Never stop learning. That is, continue learning for all of your lives and use your talents and your inquisitive minds to the fullest. You are all budding leaders who can make a difference in our society. And I encourage you to seek out and grab leadership opportunities whenever and wherever you can. And no matter what academic path you pursue and what career you ultimately choose, follow your passions, because it will be rich experiences like this one you've had here, as well as your life being motivated by those passions that will fill you with meaning and purpose along the way. And your futures are undeniably bright. To your parents and families who are with you today, let me say congratulations on raising and guiding such an impressive group of students. Your influence is readily reflected in their intellectual curiosity and in their character. And I encourage you, and I know you will, to continue to support and encourage them in all that they do. I know that they are special to you, but you should know that they stand out to others as well, and we do see their potential as unlimited. I'd like to convey this morning a brief story about one of our graduates at Randolph-Macon, a story that I think shares some lessons for all of us. Not long ago, I had the opportunity to travel to Sidney, Nebraska, a very small town in southwest Nebraska, which is the home of Cabela's, a nearly $4 billion a year outdoor equipment and apparel company, whose CEO is a man named Tommy Milner. Mr. Milner is an RMC alumnus, class of 1976. He was a classics major here, although he could have just as easily been an Asian studies major had we had that major here at that time. His story here is not unlike Taylor Anderson's story you heard about at your opening ceremony, in that his professors here helped him catch fire intellectually. He was different than Taylor Anderson was, though, because Mr. Milner would have not been invited to a program like this. He was a very mediocre student in high school, so that's why it was so important that he caught fire here intellectually. And his leadership experiences inside and outside the classroom helped give him the confidence and experience that helped him succeed later in his career. We hear a lot today about the liberal arts and disparaging liberal arts today. The argument against them goes something like this: how can a liberal arts major learn the necessary skills to survive and thrive in the global business world of today? Well, if Mr. Milner was standing here this morning, I'm sure he would say to all of you, particularly you students, the same thing he says to our students when he comes and visits our classrooms. He would say that it was precisely his liberal arts education that gave him the breadth, the analytical skills, and the ability to communicate, to learn how to learn, and to learn how to continue to learn throughout his whole life. Those were the skills and are the skills that have served him and his employers so very well. And it's worth noting that he reached what would arguably be the very pinnacle of the business world as a CEO of such a large company without the benefit of an MBA or any other kind of graduate education. He's only been armed with that liberal arts education that he received here as a classics major. And it is my strong belief that many of you students here today would thrive at Randolph-Macon or at schools just like us. That is, places that focus on the whole person, that we have small classes and close interaction with faculty, and limitless opportunities for you as students to shine as scholars and as leaders, both inside and outside the classroom, all of which will help you maximize your potential. And I suspect you'd be candidates for academic scholarships, and colleges like ours will help prepare you well, as we did for Mr. Milner, for careers and for life in graduate schools as well. I know that you're going to be in demand at colleges and universities. Some of you already are, and I know that some of you have started your college search. But let me ask if you promise that you will at least look at places like this, that is, select residential liberal arts colleges. I guarantee you won't regret doing that. Again, congratulations to all of you for coming to the Japanese Academy this year. I wish you all well in your schools this upcoming year, and I wish all of you a great summer and a safe trip home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Lincoln. So now it's my little turn to speak. So, こんにちは。今日のクロージングセレモニーにようこそ。私の名前はスイートモーガンで、クロージングセレモニーとナイトミーティング会社の社長です。Hello, and officially welcome to the 2015 Governor's Japanese Academy's closing ceremony. My name is Morgan Thweet, and I'm the president of the Closing Ceremony and Nightly Meeting Company. I think the first thing I should do is explain exactly what I mean by company. Towards the middle of the first week, we separated into 6 different companies, each headed by a sensei or senpai. Each company had certain responsibilities throughout the duration of the academy. For example, the Tanabata company was in charge of organizing this huge festival that we had this Tuesday, while my company was in charge of running night meetings and organizing this ceremony. You will likely hear a lot about companies at this ceremony, so I felt the clarification was necessary. So now that's over, I'll get to the real stuff. These past 3 weeks have been, for me and I'm sure for everyone else, some of the best days of my life. In 21 short days, the 38 of us, plus our senpais and senseis, have gone from complete strangers to kazoku, to family. What's the letter? Sorry. What was I trying to call it? With 11 boys and 27 girls, together we have studied, spread the plate, laughed, played, and as the stage grew closer and closer, and obviously now, cried. Our days at the Japanese Academy have been jam-packed from the very beginning. From day 3 when we toured the Japanese garden at Neymar Park in RVA to our farewell party last night, we were always doing something. This academy was designed specifically to make sure we were always having fun, pretty much 24/7. After the first week, the change of pace had us feeling like we'd been here for an entire month. But now I feel as though we haven't had enough time. I feel as though there's more to learn, more conversations to be had, just more of everything. I feel like it's not time for it to be over. Japanese Academy is an entirely different world from the one we left 3 weeks ago. The things that we've experienced here are not translatable to English. However, the point of this closing ceremony is not only to serve as a bookend to our time here, but as a way to show all the parents and family members just how much we've grown and all the fun we've had. Throughout the ceremony, we will be presenting the highlights of our 3 weeks together here at Nihongo Academy. So, じゃあ皆さん、closing ceremony を始めましょう。
For our first class presentation, we have Kaorumi's class. They are Son Sensei's beginner class, and they will be performing Kamigaki no Uta, or the toothbrushing song.
Yeah! Okay, everyone, that was a very nice presentation from Kawagumi. Next we have Unigumi, which is Uchisawa Sensei's beginner's class. And we prepared a short little skit for everybody that showcases everything we've learned over the past few weeks.
In the beginning, there was nothing. But then Uchisawa Sensei said, "Let there be Nihongo." And then there was Nihongo. But the Nihongo was too powerful for Uchisawa Sensei. And so it disappeared into the void. And so Brianna Sensei took power. And so the Kiwi era begins. Today you will get to see into the daily lives of the Governor's Japanese Academy students. Be warned, what you're about to see is not only highly unusual, but is also the truth.
洗濯をしました。
ネニさんは遅かったです。
おい、リアさんも。
はい、ごめんさん、すいません。じゃあもう一度お願いします。
好きな飲み物は水です。テニスが大好きです。絵を描くことが得意です。父と母と私の3人家族です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
じゃあ、授業を始めましょう。起立。起立。礼。おはようございます、先生。おはようございます。着席。はい、じゃあ、新しい学生の自己紹介、どうぞ。
はじめまして。私の名前はナギで16歳です。誕生日は8月11日で、寅年生まれです。好きな科目は科学です。趣味はビデオを作ることです。犬とビデオゲームが大好きです。母と父と兄と私の4人家族で、家族はスペインに長く住んでいましたから、兄はスペインから来ました。でも私はバージニアで生まれました。
おはようございます。私はアンジで16歳です。母と父と兄と私の4人家族です。両親はカンボジアから来ましたけど、兄と私はアメリカ人です。バージニア州のモロディアに住んでいます。高校3年生です。好きな科目は数学です。そしてこんな子が大好きです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
質問があります。トイレに行ってもいいですか？
いいえ。
お願いします。
いいえ。
お願いします。
いいえ。
お願いします。
はいはい、いってらっしゃい。
ありがとうございます。行ってきます。
いってらっしゃい。
And so one student left the classroom alone, and then there were 11.
先生、質問があります。
はい、それはダメです。
カザフスタンは日本語で何ですか？
カザフスタンです。
そうですか。ありがとうございます。
じゃあ、ハリシさん、朝ごはんを食べましたか？
はい、食べました。
何を食べましたか？
卵とパンとフルーツを食べました。
あ、そうですか。何を飲みましたか？
コーヒーを飲みました。
そうですか。先生もコーヒーを飲みました。コーヒーは好きですか？そうですか。先生もコーヒーが好きです。大好きです。小田さんは？
私は好きじゃないです。
すみません。でもコーヒーはまずいです。
そうですか。
岡野君は意地悪です。
先生、質問があります。
はい。
電子オルガンが好きですか？
はい。
そうですか。ありがとうございます。
ケイさん、昨日何時に寝ましたか？
Little did the students and teacher know, but Kay was actually asleep. Can you believe that? Sleeping during class? She is too busted.
ケイさん、じゃあ皆さん一緒におはようございますと言ってください。じゃあ、1、2、3。おはようございます。
Oh my Jesus!
1、2、3。
英語はダメです。すみません。おはようございます。
ケイさん、今日の天気は？
春です。
そうですか。眠いですか？
はい、とても眠いです。
そうですか。じゃあ、デイズ・ド・ウィックの歌を歌おうよ。金土日、金土日。はい。
月火水木金土日。
That's right.
金土日、金土日。はい。
月火水木金土日。
金土日。はい。
月火水木金土日。
何？
金土日。
質問があります。
はい。
ビブリオテカは日本語で何ですか？
図書館です。
そうですか。ありがとうございます。
じゃあ皆さん授業終わりましょう。皆さんお疲れ様でした。イエーイ。明日も授業がありますよ。じゃあ
So class ends, and the students head off for lunch.
ただいま。皆さんはどこに行きましたか？
マシュさん、皆さんは昼ご飯に行きましたよ。一緒に行きましょう。
はい。Who are you?
Our next presentation will be Yamagumi, our advanced and intermediate classes, and they will be presenting to you Japanese power. 私たちの好きな言葉。1 year later.
2年後 2 years later. 3年後 3 years later.
塵も積もれば山となる. Directly translated, it means dust amassed makes a mountain. Small efforts compile into something greater. This proverb applies throughout life. If you save $1 for a day, eventually you'll have 1,000.
During the academy, we learned a little bit of the Japanese culture and language a little every day. And now all of us can speak Japanese much more fluently than when we began.
Nekoni koban. Nekoni koban literally means gold coins to cat. Its English equivalent is to cast pearls before swine. You would use this proverb in a situation where you give something to someone and they do not appreciate its true value. So next time if someone receives something from you and doesn't really appreciate it, you'd say, Nekoni koban.
I would like to introduce our world-famous spelling bee champion, Christina. Are you ready, Christina?
I am very ready.
Okay, so your first word is sashimi.
Sashimi, okay. S-A-S-H-I-M-I.
Okay. So your next word is a little harder. Spell Japanese.
Japanese. J-A-P-A-N-E-S-E.
Okay, so this is going to be your hardest word. Spell Tokyo.
Tokyo. T-O-K-I-O.
Sarimo ki kara oshiru. The direct English translation is even monkeys fall from trees. This proverb means that even professionals or those who are good at what they do make mistakes. An example would be a figure skater who falls when practicing.
So this can relate to our experience in the academy. I'm connected to the advanced and intermediate class. In the advanced and intermediate class, we're advanced and intermediate, so we're supposed to know more. But we all have our downfalls where even the most skilled and knowledgeable student messes up.
Mukashi Mukashi. Long, long ago, there lived two little tadpoles swimming in a river. One day, they realized that their dream was to become frogs that could jump high and explore and expand their knowledge. So they decided to wait on top of a rock for 3 years. 3 years later, after 3 years, they were able to fulfill their dreams and became beautiful frogs who could jump high and explore the world and expand their knowledge. So, Ishi no uchi ni mo san nen. In English, it literally translates to sitting on a rock for 3 years. So if you persevere, then you can achieve anything.
In our little act, the tadpoles became frogs through patience and perseverance. On our first day at the academy, we were all like tadpoles because most of us didn't really know about the Japanese language and the culture. But we all had one thing in common, and that was our goal was to learn and develop an in-depth knowledge about Japanese language and its culture. And since then, we have experienced many things.
There are the fun moments and there are the frustrating moments. But nonetheless, over the course of the 3 weeks, we learned a lot and went through the 3 weeks with patience and perseverance. So here we are today with our new in-depth knowledge of Japanese and with the relationships that we made that will last for a lifetime, for sure. And we know that after spending the 3 weeks together, our lives will never be the same again. And we will never forget because the last 3 weeks felt like 3 years to us. And we will cherish the experience that we had for the rest of our lives.
And remember that our journey isn't over yet. We still have many years ahead of us, and we must persevere one step at a time to reach our goals.
Our academy's insignia is Koi no Takinobori, which translates to Koi climbing up the waterfall. The Koi climbs up the rapid current into the new world, leaving its previous environment. Its act of bravery is what inspired this year's academy, which means courage. In a legend, the Koi swam up the waterfall and became a dragon.
The Academy was one of the waterfalls that we personally encountered in our lives. As we went through this experience, we not only expanded our knowledge in Japanese culture and language, but also grew and matured as individuals. As we leave the Academy and return to our daily lives, we will continue to persevere through the harshest moments and succeed. So this concludes our presentation, also concludes all the class presentations. These proverbs, I feel like they really kind of embody the things we need to take with us as we leave. Like, this has been a really great 3 weeks together, and we've grown and gotten to know each other and learned so much. So I just feel like you should remember these things when you leave. So, arigatou gozaimasu. Next, we will have speakers coming up to talk about our staff, our senseis and senpais. So first, we're going to start off with Angela Yost speaking about our first senpai.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Angela Yost desu. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Yost. Just to give you guys a little background, this year I had the honor of being elected Undokai president. And our responsibilities include planning the Undokai Sports Festival, and as well as thinking of activities for recreation time. And this year, our beloved Gorm Senpai was So, what can I say about Gorm Senpai? Well, she loves pro wrestling. She sings a mean karaoke, and as time went on, we learned more about our beloved head RA and grew closer with her each passing day. Us Nihongo Academy students learned that Gorm Senpai is an incredibly passionate person. She's passionate about pro wrestling, passionate about her career, and overall extremely passionate about Japan and everything its culture has to offer. As Undokai Shacho, or president, I've had the privilege of working closely with Gorm Senpai for these past 3 weeks. Let me tell you this, I can't express my gratitude enough for the help that she's given to me and my company. Whatever crazy activity we wanted to do, and there were a lot of them, she supported us. Whatever question she had, or whatever question we had, she answered it. Whatever hurdle was ahead of us, she helped us jump over it. And we all know there were a lot of those. So at our first company meeting, Gorm Senpai spilled salt. You guys have superstition, bad luck. Thus cursing Undokai forever. On multiple occasions, plan A, B, C, and D all backfired. For the first time in 20 years, Undokai got rained out. It was inside. But through it all, Gorm Senpai was there to assist in any way she possibly could. I couldn't have asked for a better person to be by my side for these past 21 days. Gorm Senpai, Undokai wants to say arigatou gozaimasu for all your help and guidance that you've given to us and giving us a great experience. We wish you the best of luck on your endeavors to Japan and just in general in the future. And remember, get it, girl!
Next we have Aaron speaking about Chao Senpai.
こんにちは皆さん。私の名前は Aaron です。Hello everyone, my name is Aaron. I had the honor of being the president of the memory book company, which documented the past 3 weeks and put together the nostalgic video you will see today. We were able to do all this work and put it all together in the short time frame of 3 weeks. Not just thanks to our company members' hard work, but also thanks to a very sweet and awesome Chao Senpai. Where can I even start? From the beginning, Chao Senpai was always so caring towards everyone. She noticed whenever someone was uncomfortable or something was off. She encouraged everyone to join in and come out of their shells. When our company first started, everyone was so shy and quiet. We said awkwardly trying to figure out what we were supposed to do for the next 3 weeks. When the discussions began, almost half the company stayed silent. Chao Senpai stepped in and encouraged everyone to put in their ideas in. And if it wasn't for her, our company wouldn't have gotten as close as we are today. Whether it was forgetting to come to meetings during recreation time, or writing a letter backwards on the almost completed final draft of the CD cover, she has never dwelled on her mistakes, but immediately jumped into finding a solution. She went out of her way to make sure everyone and everything was okay. And I couldn't have asked anyone else to help us through all of the company works. This academy is a special education experience, and I feel that it was extra special thanks to Chao Senpai. Arigatou gozaimasu. For not only being a great senpai, but also a great friend.
Next we have Leslie speaking about Chon Senpai.
すみません、こんにちは。My name is Leslie Telleria, and for the past 3 weeks, I've had the honor of working with one of our amazing RAs, Chung Senpai. This was Chung Senpai's second year as an RA, and I speak for all of us when I say that he has been one of the most memorable parts about this academy. Whether it may be cooling us down with his famous fan, starting the intense dessert wars at dinner, sacrificing his sleep to teach us to dance every morning, or cheering us up when he could tell something wasn't right, Chung Senpai is always there to brighten your day. Oh, and you also can't forget the funny face he makes when he sees a bug.
Without Chung Senpai, our company wouldn't have been able to execute 2 successful nights, Pop Culture Night last Friday and the variety show this past Friday. Chung Senpai was a major source of creativity and enthusiasm for all of us. He constantly went out of his way to make sure our company could be the best it could be. We had a lot of fun managing the events, and although it wasn't easy, he made it all worth it. Chung Senpai has been an important figure for me and has taught me important things about myself. For these lessons, I'm so grateful to have had him as an RA and as a close friend. I can't thank you enough, Chung Senpai. Chung Senpai, we have all grown so close to you in just these 3 weeks, and you have helped the environment of this academy feel like a family. We will miss you, your contagious laugh and your constant smile. We are also grateful to have had you and the amazing staff, and also so glad to have been your Ohayou gozaimasu and oyasumi nasai every day. Although our time is done here at the academy, we will still always be your little brothers and sisters. Chung Senpai, thank you. Hi, minasan, ikimashou.
For the last of the senpai, we have Connor talking about Grace Senpai.
So these past 3 weeks, I've had the pleasure of being the shop show president of the blog company. The blog company provides parents and others that the students have left behind with a window to how the students are doing during the academy. It has pictures and videos and articles and about the students' daily lives. I have been lucky to have the best group in my company. However, I could not have done it without my senpai, Grace Senpai. Grace Senpai. At first, I was worried about being the blog shop show, but when we first met to discuss the blog, I knew that I'd be fine. You made the blog so fun, from erasing to choose our employees to eating rice and bonito flakes at the end. Your room-filling contagious laugh filled us all with joy. Grace Senpai. Rice and daisuki desu.
Up next we have Amy speaking on Sakamaki Sensei, who is our Academy's director. Okay, to sum up, Sakamaki Sensei in a short speech is physically impossible, but I will try my best. Every morning for the past 3 weeks after Radio Taiso, we share a Ganbarimashou with all of the Academy led by Sakamaki Sensei. It cheers us up and gets us ready for the day. She brightens every moment, turning crying over leaving into laughing at inside jokes. I think I speak for all of us in saying that we highly respect and, more importantly, love her. Sakamaki Sensei has participated in almost everything with us the past 3 weeks. Weeks which have felt like years, and we will always be grateful for the joyful mood she brings with her wherever she goes. So, Sakamaki Sensei, thank you for bringing us smiles and touching our hearts. Alright, next we have Larissa talking about Son Sensei.
Konnichiwa. Hello everyone. My name is Lenny Massey and I was a member of the nightly meeting and closing ceremony company. Our company leader and advisor was Son Sensei. So nobody in our company actually had Son Sensei as a language teacher, so all of us got to know him through our group meetings. Right off the bat, we sat down and he went through literally everything our company was meant to do and accomplish by the end of these 3 weeks in preparation for this ceremony. At the beginning, we all looked at each other worried and very overwhelmed because not only did we have to prepare for this ceremony and study Japanese, we had to prepare for nightly meetings every day on top of that. It was a lot to take in at first, but Son Sensei assured us that we'd be able to accomplish everything we needed to do if we stayed on track. He was the one who initially gave us ideas on how to conduct the nightly meetings, like doing weather reports, word of the day, and various activities. We enjoyed our conversations with him, as well as the fun Japanese videos he showed all of us. We're sorry for annoying you by talking about anime at the dinner table. Lastly, it's important to remember and note that Son Sensei was the one in charge of the Japanese Academy up until the last few years. His hard work and imagination is what made this academy what it is today, which is an organized, fun, learning, and amazing bonding experience for all of us. Arigatou gozaimasu, Son Sensei.
Next we have Sarah talking about colors Son Sensei.
こんにちは皆さん、私の名前はサラです。 Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarah Merrill, and I'm from Patriot High School from Northern Virginia and a student from Karison Sensei's Advanced and Intermediate class. Ishi no ue ni mo 3 nen. In English, it's translated to sitting on a rock for 3 years. Earlier, my group and I talked about this proverb, and this is my favorite proverb because during these past 3 weeks at this academy, we have achieved our common goal of developing an in-depth knowledge of Japanese and everything it has to offer. It has been 21 days filled with hard work, laughs, and the occasional tears of joy. From 9 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon, not only did we study kanji, vocabulary, and grammar, but we also studied about the Japanese culture and the proverbs that you saw earlier. This is all thanks to our extremely stylish Karison Sensei. While she gave us a lot of homework during the first 2 weeks, I soon came to realize that I have to actually put in extra time to study, even if it's past lights out and I have to study in the bathroom. but you know what, it was worth it because just like the proverbs, little by little will help us reach our goals. So just for example, there were several times when she was a little bit disappointed at us, but when she said, "Totemo ii desu," it really motivated us to work harder and reach our goals. Although I'm half Japanese, I wasn't very knowledgeable about my own culture and language. I now know so much about my own culture because of Karison Sensei. So arigatou gozaimasu, Karison Sensei, for not only teaching us and me, but the rest of the academy at the Governor's Japanese Academy.
And last but certainly not least, we have Eva talking about Uchisawa Sensei.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa Eva desu. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eva. I have the greatest pleasure to be the shacho, or president of the Tanabata company. Tanabata is a holiday that occurs every July 7th. I won't go into deep detail about the celebration, but there's always a big festival that follows it. With the help of our advisor, Uchisawa Sensei, Tanabata was very successful. This was Uchisawa Sensei's first year as an academy teacher, so I know he put his best effort into making our experience here as comfortable as he could. Uchisawa Sensei has a very well-rounded personality. He can play ultimate frisbee, dance, and he does hot yoga. As the weeks went on, I got to know Uchisawa Sensei much more. Can I tell you how that man can eat? He eats literal mountains of salad and ice cream for every meal. For our Tanabata festival, he displayed his splendid taiko jumping skills, which awed everyone at the academy. Just as he said to us only 2 days before, we'll always be his students, no matter if we had him for 3 weeks or 3 years. I hope that I fulfilled his expectations of the president. We'll always be at home with Uchisawa Sensei. I would like to thank him and my company again for giving me such a good time. Arigatou gozaimasu.
So next I would like to invite Sakamaki Sensei to the stage to begin the presentation of the award. First, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce my staff that I really needed them when I had to accomplish something for our students, and I would like you to recognize those amazing staff for this year. We have lead teacher, Mr. Son Sensei. すいません。ください。He was always supporting me, and as you noticed that he's been always supporting me, and I was like a reverse situation. When I was a lead teacher, he had been a director, and he has established most part of this academy, and I was just trying to reach. He set the level really high, but I tried to as much as I can, just like him, and I really appreciate your support for this year. すいません、ここに来てください。高子海尊先生。Actually, I know all the teachers because we really have a
strong connection in the Japanese teachers organization in Virginia. And I know Takako sensei, Kaison sensei for a long time, and she has been a great teacher. And also she always helped me, although there are years she was not able to teach for us, but she always helped us by her specialty of like yukata wearing and Tanabata. And for the Tanabata festival, she taught students how to dance bon odori. So I really appreciate your help for that. And this year she was teaching intermediate and upper level students. And she had an amazing teaching time with her students. で、じゃあ、どうもありがとうございました。I know him as well. Being in a Japanese teachers organization, and I had been asking him, when can you teach for us? Like, I don't know how many years I had to wait. And also, yes, Son Sensei was asking him too, but finally the year has come. And also, this was his first year. He did amazing job, as you know, right? And particularly, he was really good at teaching lower level, and you guys started from zero to like see how much you have accomplished, and that's one of the reasons you are able to do that because of Uchisawa Sensei. So. Also, I forgot to mention, he is a taiko drummer, and he has been helping for the academy in the past few years, being a taiko drummer, and he was always here for the Tanabata festival. じゃあ次はリード RA の皆さん。じゃあリード RA のエミリー・ゴーラム先輩。ゴーラム先生は先輩じゃごめんすいません先輩は2009 Japanese Language Academy の student. And I saw Goran Senpai at that time, but he was a really enthusiastic student back then, I still remember. And I was so glad that she decided to come back here and applying for Leader A, and I thought she was the perfect person to do the job. And well, she got my expectation right, and always helping and supporting me and asking and make sure things are doing smoothly and communicated between me, teachers, and the students, and try to organize our activities. So I really appreciate for your hard work. So, So she has a busy schedule. Right after this, she's going to back to Japan for a JET program, Japan exchange program, and being an assistant for the Japanese native teachers. And I'm sure she's doing an amazing job there, I think also. はい、どうもありがとうございました。じゃあ次はカルチャン先輩。I'm so fortunate to have this great group of staff because Chan Senpai is also like a former Japanese Language Academy student, 2010, 11? Okay, 11. Okay. So at that time I was a lead teacher and I had so much fun with him, and I don't know, I really had a really good, I just got along with him really well, And actually, he was working for us as an RA first year. That was last year. And this is his second year coming back and helping us. And as you know, he's so good with people. Right? And he's very considerate and trying to see if everybody is doing all right. And he's a good communicator too. And he's really passionate about Japanese culture, especially dancing. Hopefully you can come back next year. どうもありがとうございました。女子挑戦会。Ane Chang Senpai is a former student of Japanese Academy 2013 ですね。2 years ago. And I also remember her really well, and she is a really outgoing person, and she's very efficient, make sure everything gets done in a proper manner. And also like company Shacho mentioned that you make sure that everything's going well and everybody is feeling comfortable and try to organize the group and get the work done. And we appreciate, and especially this year you worked on a digital memory book and trying to make sure all the technology issues and you solve the issues, and really appreciate for that. どうもありがとうございました。At last but not the least, シャネル・グライス先輩。I just can't believe you. Well, this was your first experience at the academy. But regardless, you really did a wonderful job, and especially communicating with all the students and making sure, especially their health and wellness, the part. And you're checking the laundries and making sure. We only have like a few machines for wash and dryer, and you made a schedule and we had a limited like days to use the machines. Ensure and running slowly and everything, get the laundry done, and that no one's wearing dirty clothes. And we really enjoy the takoyaki, the Japanese snack that everybody enjoys. And you always smile no matter what, no matter when. And when people are down, feeling down, you cheer us up and really appreciate that beautiful smile. どうもありがとう。They are going to, for their hard work and commitment. And I really appreciate them all, that they have so much to offer. And I had expectations and they all met that. And they're providing that, their abundant knowledge and experience to you. And we couldn't make that without them. So please, もう一度拍手をお願いします。先生からサーティフィケートもらって来てください。どうもありがとうございました。はい。じゃあ、岡井先生、ありがとうございました。取れない。先輩。ごめんなさい。どうもありがとうございました。Now this time, finally, your turn, 学生の皆さん。 Okay, so your sensei will call your name in each class. So first is久先生の海組お願いします。
海にパリッシュアウトさん。オードラ・ボーマンさん。ローレン・ブラウンさん。ティアナ・ダンさん。ケイ・ジョーハンさん。ブリアナ・ハンソンさん。サミュエル・イルングさん。アンジー・ラバンさん。コーナー・リンチさん。ラリサ・マッシーさん。マテュー・ラファティさん。ハリー・ロスさん。ラヒ・テイラーさん。で、マギー・タウンさん。
おめでとうございます。おめでとうございます。
じゃあ次は海組川組。
Bentley Aswell song. Anne Gray song. Ali Daniels song. Cameron Fisher song. Marie Franklin song. Chris Langdon song. Joseph Liu song. Ethan Bassmore song. Alex Rebel song. Anna Shafi song. Dylan Tallman song. Leslie Telleria song. Angela Yost song.
次は山組 It's All Girls。グレイス・ベラリさん。エイミー・ホールさん。エリー・ジュンさん。ビクトリア・カオさん。40キムさん。サラ・メリーさん。ニキータ・サワンドさん。B・スミスさん。モーガン・スウィッツさん。 Kiana Zendosiana. ありがとうございます。I'm sorry, I just kind of forgot to mention that how hard you have worked for the last 3 weeks and it all paid off and we are able to receive this certificate and you really should be proud of what you have accomplished. I make sure you have no time to play around. That's why all the activities are packed, boom, 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 boom. So you didn't even have time to misbehave. To compare. I'm sure you all enjoy every activity and spend the time together. Okay. This is actually a little surprise, or I never announced it, but since we recognize some of the students particularly did really hard work, and we wanna give some award for those particular students. And I asked staff, actually especially sensei to pick, and that was a really hard choice, and they struggled to just pick one most improved student from their class. And since our theme is Yuki Courage, so we have 一番勇気のある生徒 most courageous student in each class. So I'd like to announce the name of the students. First, 海組、じゃあ、はい、ドラムロールお願いします。海組内澤先生のクラスの生徒、キアナ・ダンさん。キアナさん、おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Would you like to say something?
サース大好き。
プレゼント、もらってください。じゃあ次に川組孫先生のクラス、一番勇気のある生徒はアンジェラ・ヨストさん。何かいいですか？すごいですね。そして最後に、カリソン先生の山組一番勇気のある生徒はサラ・メイルさん。Give you bath game, though you after lights out you are like sneaking in the bathroom and stuff. Well, thank you for your hard work. そしておめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。Okay, so now I have. Like Morgan-san mentioned earlier, we have a company called Kaisha in Japanese, and it's just reflecting Japanese society, and which is really group-oriented. We kind of made a mini society in Nihongo no Academy and try to give each group of Kaisha responsibility to operate different kinds of activities. So I'd like to give some award for the 一番の会社 the best 会社 who operated their business or the activities really smoothly. So recognize we have 6 会社. The first one is Rock and Thank You Company. That was there creating a especially parents, since you are away, your children were away from home and must be wondering what they are doing, and you are able to keep up with their activities by reading the blog. And I really appreciate we got really positive comments and support from you, so I really appreciate that. And we had, じゃあブログカンパニーの人、皆さん立ってください。ブログ、Thank you very much. And then we had a digital memory drive company, 会社。メモリードライブ、メモリーブックの会社。皆さん、立ってください。They really had to organize all the files and pictures and videos we have taken to keep our memory as a digital format. And they worked hard to collect all the data and try to put things together. And we are going to get a CD after Nihongo Academy because we need to include all the closing ceremony part. And Chan Senpai will be responsible for doing that, but you will get one. And I hope you will have a time to just reflect and just cherish our memories. So the company has helped to create that memory book. The next one we have Sports Day 運動会。じゃあ運動会に対しての皆さん。運動会は it's just like a sports day, field day, and that's a Japanese day, and it was happened the Saturday first week. So they didn't have much time to organize all the fun activities, and the day it rained. It never rains on 運動会, never ever. Oh my goodness, but of course they were organized. They had plan B, which was indoor activities, and they really implemented with the leadership of Angela-san and Sarah-san. The really fun activity, and that moment we had so much activities like interacted, so that kind of bond our ties closer through those activities. Also, since their job was pretty much done after the undokai, but the group tried to help other kaisha. So I was able to, we all able to see that they are willing to help others by offering, hard work, and I really appreciate that. And the next group is Tanabata no kaisha. Was kind of the opposite. The Star Festival was held on the third week, so they had time, but they had so much to do, but they really did their best organizing. They did play, and they did a bon odori matsuri with the help of Karison sensei, and they plan lots of fun activities, just like we are in Japan, having those kind of atmosphere. And we are able to feel that. どうもありがとう、皆さん。そして次に、I can't forget about variety show. バラエティショーの会社に。And they were also in charge of pop culture night, so they had like offering entertainment aspect of the activities, but they are so creative and every day we 勉強します。Try to balance out to offer the fun part of the Nihongo Academy, and that variety show was so とても楽しかったですね。Able to show the side of you that we usually don't see and showing off your talent, skills. That was すごい。I hope I'm not missing out, but of course, closing ceremony の会社の皆さん、立ってください。どうもありがとう。Also, they prepared nightly meetings, so every night they had to come up with the plans. But I really think this year you guys really organized the way you try to carry out the meeting. And it was really, I've never seen like every one of you had an assignment to do to offer the meeting, and without the help, without not so much help from sensei, and you guys carried that out, and I think that was great. And of course, today's closing ceremony. どうもありがとう for preparing everything to have that awesome ceremony today. どうもありがとう。So it was very hard for us staff to choose, and I asked the staff, Sensei Senpai Nata, to choose the one. And actually I got a really fair judge from them. You know, they are not picking their own company, they're really based on the criteria I asked them to fill out, and I got the result. じゃあ皆さんまたドラムロールをお願いします。今年の日本アカデミーの一番の会社はクロージングセレモニーの会社です。じゃあ前に出てきて賞状もらってください。グレースさん、グレースください。で、大ドラさん、エミさん、そしてラリッサさん、ラキ君、ラキさん、最後に社長のモナさん。じゃあ、there will be one last award I'm going to give is 一番の社長。So I introduce you all the 6つの会社で、I really want to recognize the best leadership skills, the student who has the best leadership possessing, and I've also got the staff's input to pick. It was a really tough choice, but I have to make one. 一人 just the one. 誰ですか？じゃあドラムロールもお願いします。これはバラエティショー Wow, thank you so much. There's a lot I could say, but just to keep it short, my company, I couldn't have done it without you guys. You guys all worked really hard, and we got everything done. I feel like those 2 nights that we put together were really special for all of us, so I really want to thank each and every one of you in my company. Also, I thank you so many times, Shun-senpai, but I can't thank you enough because you really made this company what it could have been. And thank you to everyone else for making this experience of the Academy so fun and so rewarding. Wow, thank you so much. This is a great honor. Thank you. But everybody deserves it. I feel like everybody did a wonderful job as a part of that company member. Okay.
Next, we're presenting the memory video, which is when everyone's going to start crying. So, ciao, senpai. Hello everyone, as introduced earlier, my name is Josephine or Josie Chow, and I was given the honor to head